So you've used a YouTube video in your assignment or your research paper because you found the richest information in that video, but you do not know how to reference it properly. And no, it's not a matter of just copying and pasting the URL link. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to cite YouTube videos step by step, including when to use the creator's name and timestamp and what to do when there is no real name listed. My name is Lerato Kanusa, your academic best friend from All Things Academia, where we explore and explain all things in the academic world. Whether it's TED Talk or an academic explainer or even a podcast on YouTube, Harvard referencing has rules for that. And if you don't follow them, your source will not be taken seriously and you will lose marks. So let's start off with the general format for referencing a YouTube video. So for in-text citation, if you know the name of the host of that platform, then you can cite that name. For example, the platform that you're watching now is called All Things Academia, and the host is myself, Lerato Msweli. So in your citation, you will cite Msweli, the year of that particular video in which it was published. But had they be no name, like you do not know my name, like I never come here in every video literally and introduce myself to you and give you my name, then you could use the channel's name. So for example, you will say All Things Academia and the date or the year that video that you are citing was published. So the channel will replace the host if the host is unknown. That is standard because for a citation, you need a name, or in this case, even the channel's name and the date of publication. But when we move to the reference list, depending on the fact that you have a name or not, you'll use either Msweli, L, which is the initial, period, and then the date. And if you do not have the name, then you'll use All Things Academia and the date. And then you will then put the title of that particular video that you are citing. So in this case, we can use the video How to Write a Literature Review, and then we can put YouTube. So we put the YouTube in square brackets because we are showing the platform. And then we're going to go with available at : the URL of that video, not the URL of the channel. And then someone has to figure out where the video is within the channel. No, you put the URL of that particular video. This is important because I've seen so many people sharing this channel URL, the link to the channel. Like, is it now my job as a reader to go scroll through the channel and through all those videos that the person has posted to find that particular video? Don't make life difficult. So just put the link, the URL of that particular video. And then you know that when you're going to put the URL, there's two rules. One, it's accompanied by available at before the URL with the colon, and then you put the URL. Then it's followed by brackets with the access date. You need to show when you've accessed that video, because I might just decide to unlist it or to make it private, and then, okay, I'm not going to do that. But what I'm saying is things like that do happen. So do put the access date. When was it accessed? All right, now that we've discussed when to use the channel's name in case the host name is not listed, then we can move to the complicated part, which is actually the fun part, I think, using timestamps. So timestamps in the case of a YouTube video replace page numbers in a case of a book or a journal article. So timestamps stand as the source locator. They stand in a place where we say, this paragraph that I've written here has been said by this person during this time of the video, so that the reader does not have to go now listen to the whole thing, including the host's brilliant introduction in the beginning, but they can just skip to the timestamp and listen to the portion where you've got that idea or the words that you've used for your section. You use timestamp in the case of direct quotation, just like we use timestamp when you are using a book and you are directly quoting from that book. So it stands as the source locator. So an example that I've got here is when you say All Things Academia, date, the timestamp instead of the page number, because there is no page, you put the timestamp. So this will lead the reader to the very moment where you've grabbed those words. So another complication with YouTube videos is sometimes when you scroll around videos, they don't give the date when the video was published. They will give like a month, 4 months back, 3 months back, 3 months ago. And when you get to a point like that, when you get to a video that the date is not there, it says maybe like 3 weeks, 7 weeks, and it's within this year, but sometimes it says 5 years back, 9 years back, and you're not sure. It's either you calculate the 9 years back and put the date there, or you can go with ND, no date. I seriously advise that you try calculate the date. So I'm just going to put different examples on how you can enter these references from YouTube videos into your reference list so that you can see. And I've got a couple of ones here on screen. First one is from the TED Talk, which is very popular for academics to cite from. And then you've got news segments. I think I like news sections because they give more factual information. And then you've got like tutorials. I'm an academic tutor, so why wouldn't I? So yeah, this is basically how you can cite and reference YouTube videos. So before we finish off with the mistakes that students make that you should avoid, please take some time to like this video if you have made it this far, because somehow, even if you do not know it, you have enjoyed it and find a bit of value in it. So just give it a like by hitting the thumbs up button, and be sure to subscribe to this channel and click the notification bell, because that signals to YouTube that you would like to be notified every time I upload new videos, especially ones that are part of this series. So go ahead and do that. It is free. So now moving on to the mistakes that you should avoid when you are doing this. The first one is just copying and pasting a URL in the reference list and thinking, the reader will click here and go to the video themselves and see the information and figure it out. No, we don't want to figure it out. Give us the info. The second mistake you want to definitely avoid is not including YouTube there in square brackets, showing us that this is indeed a YouTube video, because there's videos from all other platforms and we do not want to guess which platform you have used. And the last mistake that you should avoid, and I will repeat it until the series comes to an end, is not including an accessed by date. You need to include the date when you've accessed that particular information. This is for your own protection, because you can easily say, if that video is down for some reason in this day, it was definitely online and I've accessed it. So that should not be a problem that the creator decided to take the video down. So knowing how to reference YouTube videos will save your life, especially because this can provide rich information for your research and your assignment. But this is not all that can provide this information. There are songs that can help you frame your context and images that you can use. So click the video that is appearing on your screen right now, because that is the next video in the series that is going to show you how to reference images and songs Harvard reference style. So click that video as I project to you love and grace in a way of 2 Corinthians 13 verse 14.